The two sisters married on the same day, and the younger one suddenly snatched the white bouquet from her sister. Then she tossed her own red bouquet to her. She said the grooms would choose their brides based only on the color of the bouquet. Who they married would depend entirely on fate. Sure enough, a moment later John arrived in a luxury car and walked straight to the sister holding the white bouquet. Their parents were thrilled she was marrying into a wealthy family. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jason showed up alone wearing casual clothes and riding a bicycle. Just when everyone thought the older sister would never marry this country bumpkin, she still firmly said she would, because she knew marrying into John's rich family was the real hell. It turned out both sisters had been reborn. In their last life, the older sister married into John's wealthy home with the white bouquet. She later relied on her own talent to become the admired wife of the richest man. But the scheming younger sister married a poor man and eventually fell to the bottom. She grew jealous and hateful, blaming everything on choosing the wrong bouquet color. Then she poured all her anger onto her sister. But the older sister didn't resent it and instead felt free, because she could finally escape John. Then time suddenly rewound. The sisters were reborn to the day of their wedding 5 years earlier. The first thing the scheming sister did was grab the white bouquet. She dreamed of becoming John's adored young wife. But in this life, the older sister chose to let her have it. Soon John arrived with a long line of luxury cars. Seeing this, the scheming girl beamed and grabbed his hand, not knowing John was a smiling predator. So the older sister happily tore her skirt hem and climbed onto Jason's bicycle. Watching them leave, the scheming sister wore a smug expression. Then Jason pedaled her to an enormous mansion. When she was shocked that a man on a bicycle owned a 3,000 square meter estate, he lied that he was just a low-level security guard living in his employer's garage. But she didn't care and smiled brightly, saying they could build a good life together. This made him doubt her, thinking she was only acting. So he chose not to reveal his identity yet, wanting to test her. Jason was actually the richest man in the city. He pretended to be poor to see what kind of person his new bride was. When the garage door slowly opened, even he was startled. He had told his assistant to prepare a room. The assistant only placed a bed in the storage room. It was truly bare. He feared she would notice something, so he asked her what she thought. To his surprise, she still looked delighted, running around the empty space, imagining their future life. At that moment, he felt he had married the right woman. Right then his mother walked in. Seeing his mother's fancy outfit, he panicked. He quickly told her everything she wore was fake. She looked and praised her mother-in-law's great taste. He let out a huge sigh of relief. His mother also grew more fond of her. That night she received a text from the scheming sister, inviting her to a wealthy banquet at a hotel. She knew she had bad intentions, but still decided to go. Jason worried and wanted to accompany her, but she refused, saying she could handle it. Then he took out the wedding ring he had prepared, saying it was a family heirloom. It matched the one on his hand. It wasn't expensive but meant a lot. He gently placed the ring on her finger. He liked her more and more. Their feelings grew quickly in their short time together. The next day she arrived at the hotel as planned. The scheming sister immediately mocked her cheap outfit. John added that she dared walk into such a high-end place wearing something worth only a few dollars. He even said he would introduce her to his shady friends. Hearing their annoying words, she tried to leave, but the scheming sister blocked her. She didn't want to miss any chance to belittle her, so she dragged her into a wealthy circle. She asked her husband's name and job on purpose, but once she said Jason, everyone there froze, because Jason was the world's richest man and everyone wanted a connection.